Hi everyone, welcome back to Stampin' Storytellers. My name is Brandy and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Olds and Sundry area, but you can shop my online store from anywhere in Canada, stampinstorytellers.blogspot.com. There is a link to my shopping page in the top right corner, and I hope you go and check it out and see what awesome products Stampin' Up! Has to offer. Today I have a card using the Hydrangea Haven stamp set and coordinating dies and a fun color combination. I'm pulling the pinks from the coordinating DSP in this suite, but I'm also pairing it with some Mary Merlot. So to get started, I will do some stamping first on a scrap piece of basic white in basic gray ink. I'm going to use the largest image in this set, and I'm just doing it in gray because I didn't want it to be too dark. I wanted it to be a more muted card. So I'm just going to stamp this here. This is just a scrap. Stamp that down. Then the watercolor images that coordinate with this stamp, I'm using Pear Pizzazz. And line that up. And it's not going to line up perfectly. It's not meant to. Just a ish kind of situation. And then in Mary Merlot for the flower top. But before I stamp it in my Mary Merlot ink, I'm going to stamp my stamp in Versamark. Then directly onto my Mary Merlot stamp pad. And then if I stamped that, that would be super dark. I am going to stamp that part off just once. And now I will stamp it on my image. And this way. There we go. So you see how much lighter that is compared to my Mary Merlot ink pad. So now I'm going to die cut that with the coordinating die. I'll line that up here. And just grab a Post-it note so that it doesn't move. So there is my great flower. Now let me get rid of these ink pads. And I'll leave that one there. There's lots of great sentiments in this stamp set as well. The one I'm using says, "You are capable of amazing things." So that card could go to a lot of people. And just because, it doesn't have to be for a specific reason. So I'm going to adhere a 2-inch strip to this layer of DSP. This pink floral one is 4 by 4.5, and I'm going to add this layer of DSP. This is also, they're both from the Hydrangea Hill DSP. Now I will line that up, cut that part off. Now in the gutter, I guess, I'm going to line up this corner with my 1-inch mark and this corner with the other 1-inch mark. So like that. So you see here, this corner is at 1 inch on this side of the gutter, and this corner is at 1 inch on that side. And we're gonna cut, and then I have 2 pieces. These pieces are going to get added to a 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and it leaves that white channel. That's where we're gonna stamp. So I'll adhere these on. And this leaves that nice white border around it as well. Now, same thing with this stamp. I'm going to stamp it in my Versamark first, and then in my Mary Merlot pad. And I don't know if I said why. It just doesn't make the stamp stain as badly as if you just stamped right into your darker colors. So your reds, pinks, even navy turns it to a kind of ugly color. So now that I wash it right away, it still has some staining, but not nearly as bad if I had just stamped directly into that Mary Merlot. Just helps you be able to line up your images a little bit easier. Then I'll add this up on some dimensionals. Oops, there's my linen trim for later. I'm just going to put one on each petal and 2 on the flower. This DSP retires at the beginning of May, but the gems that we're going to use, as well as the stamp set, do continue into the next annual catalog from Stampin' Up. So that comes out at the beginning of May, goes for 1 year after. Add that onto our card front. Now I'm going to be generous with these because I really like them and it's worth it. I'm going to put 7 on here. And now that I have this stamp on my colored DSP, it really almost looks like Rococo Rose ink. So I think that is our alternate for when we lose Rococo Rose. Now we can use Mary Merlot stamped off and it gives us Rococo Rose. Now I'll just do a twine or linen thread bow. I will try. It always seems to go funny when I'm filming. And add that with a glue dot. Right on the stem there. And there is my pretty card. We could add some more little images on the inside. In the stamp, there's some outline images as well as some flowers. So if we take this and stamp it along the side. Let's see. I'm going to use Blushing Bride and ink that up. Put this under my work surface. Oh, that didn't work. Ink that up and just put them along the side. Those little dainty flowers look really nice too, and they match our DSP that we put on the front of our card. So I'll add that to the inside. This would be a great design to do in bulk because your sections of DSP cut pretty evenly from a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and you're using both sides of 2 different sheets, so you'll have lots of different color variations. You could do the same card but in the purples, or the same card in blues would look really good as well. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you liked my card. Give me a like and subscribe to my channel so that you see notifications of when I post my next card tutorials. Share with your friends, and as always, have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye.